EA Sports. It's in the game.
Salut à tous, nouvel épisode de notre mode carrière, le mode Face of the Franchise dans Madden 2023. On continue notre aventure. Alors on est toujours dans les matchs de pré-saison. Comme d'habitude, on va préparer notre semaine d'activité. Alors on peut avoir plus de vitesse. Crédit. On va essayer d'accumuler quelques crédits. Je pense que s'entraîner à faire de bonnes passes, ça peut être pas mal. Ah, c'est sympa ça, on peut choisir d'avoir soit 3 points en plus pour la prochaine partie, ou n'en avoir que 2, mais ça va nous profiter sur les 2 prochaines games. C'est vraiment sympa ce petit aspect, c'est simple. Ah, nos récompenses. On regarde un petit peu nos objectifs. Les pirates, j'avais fait une saison avec les pirates. Très bonne équipe. J'ai l'impression qu'ils leur ont fait perdre 2 points par rapport à l'édition 2022. Bon, tant mieux, comme ça il y a un peu moins de différence entre notre équipe et la leur.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Le stade des pirates et les Buccaneers, c'est assez sympa. Il y a un bateau de pirates. Enfin, c'est assez chouette.
It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Par le surveiller lui, hein.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the
l'impression qu'ils veulent continuer.
What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been
On va
together for
continuer.
a while.
Là, on
'Cause
n'a
you know
pas
me. I want to take that
grand
shot
temps
early and loosen things up.
Allez, vas-y, passe. Ouais, c'est passé. Je le rappelle, hein, le principe c'est un gagne-terrain, 4 essais pour parcourir la distance délimitée par l'espèce de petite ligne orange. Et une fois qu'on l'a passé, on a de nouveau 4 essais pour le faire. L'objectif c'est d'aller jusqu'à l'embut adverse, un peu au principe du rugby. Bon, décidément le coach a plutôt tendance à préconiser des percées. On va continuer. Ça fonctionne. Ouais, et en plus on remplit nos objectifs.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal,
moi ça me fait prendre moins de risques. Pas besoin de faire des passes.
when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Qui peuvent échouer. Ah là là.
Ouais.
On s'est rapproché, mais
just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job standing
il y a
in
une
their
passe
proper
à faire,
places
mais
and not allowing any
ça me
lanes
paraît
to open
risqué
up.
pour un troisième essai. Je préférerais le tenter. Ah non, bah c'est moi finalement qui est passé. J'ai vu une ouverture, je me suis dit bah j'y vais.
How about that there? No frills.
Il avait pas vu, moi non plus. Hein.
Right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right
Bon,
there.
ils étaient deux. Oh, comment il m'a sauté dessus. J'ai l'impression qu'on va reprendre notre plan de percée. Petit à petit, on se rapproche. Il est passé. Non. Ah, j'ai cru.
A quick burst there and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he's able to get it down.
C'est assez marrant au niveau de la gestuelle de notre joueur. On voit qu'il simule d'avoir encore le ballon en main. Ce qui fait qu'il y a un joueur même qui a foncé sur moi pensant que je l'avais. On ne voit pas la caméra. En tout cas, c'est bien. Il a pu progresser. Il y a eu jusqu'à 2-3 défenseurs qui ont été mis dans le vent. Par contre, le temps file. Hein. Oh là 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 là. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a eu hein? Il y a une faute. Ah merde. Pénalité.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
So many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
J'aimerais bien qu'on mette un petit point. On l'a travaillé à la dure et.
Now it's Hines. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Coach a pas trop de suggestions.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Martin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Pas mal, hein.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Bon, ça va être la fin du carton, je pense. Ouais, ça va. On perd pas notre progression.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession.
Je prends pas trop de risques.
Hein.
On va tenter celle-là sur le côté, c'est la première. Il va y avoir un leurre qui passe de gauche à droite, mais ça va passer en profondeur. Ouais, non, il s'est fait cueillir. On va faire un classique. Par contre, troisième, ça sera une passe. Hein. Allez, 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 allez. Putain, et on échoue à que dalle. Hein. Il l'a mis. Eh ben ça s'est joué à pas grand chose. Hein. S'il a été arrêté...
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line.
Alors peut-être pas bien, mais il s'écoule et roule sur la ligne. Là il me fait peur. Hein. La main. Waouh.
Chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Par contre pour la transformation, c'est pas nous qui votons, c'est dommage. Par contre j'espère qu'ils vont le transformer hein. À cette distance. Ouais 7.
A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday,
September 8th,
par contre, the defending champs,
ils ont déjà égalisé.
Hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great
moi ce que je propose c'est faire de remonter gentiment et arriver dans les derniers les dernières minutes, faire des passes un peu plus longues parce que si je tente des passes plus longues on risque de prendre un point avant la fin du carton, c'est pas ce que je veux.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
On est pas loin.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down.
Aux 2 minutes du deuxième et quatrième quart-temps, il y a comme un time-out. C'est-à-dire qu'on arrête le chrono. Allez, vas-y. Il est passé. Ah, il est temps d'essayer des passes un peu. Ouh, comment ils m'ont défoncé. Oh, bon,
These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, they might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Martin.
Oh là là.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Ouais, je sors. Ils m'auront pas laissé jouer la quatrième. J'espère qu'on va pas prendre de points avant le... Ah, on a repris le ballon. Ouais, 43 secondes. Par contre, on est où par rapport à l'embut adverse? On est loin. Hein. Tout est possible. Hein. Tout est possible. Allez, 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 allez! Oh, il l'avait dans les mains. Quel dommage.
You know, last week I remember asking you what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason. Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic.
Oh là là, il a récupéré. Putain, il y a le 58, il me repoussait. Ah merde, alors on perd le ballon alors qu'on est si près du but, on risque de prendre un shoot au pied. Ah, c'est dommage. Ouais, ça fait chier.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I'm...
Oh là là, ils ont marqué, ils l'ont transformé. Ah là là, en 20...
And they always tell you, don't press, you'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Time out.
Just a moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Martin being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Tryon showing the pass rush. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much.
Ancien commentateur de la WWE.
Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend.
Ah là
There's
là.
the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that could make this a great possession game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit is still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And that is
Je pense que là, on va essuyer notre première défaite.
Everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Carrément là, le coach me... Le coach m'a pas fait jouer... Enfin, encore une fois, j'ai pas regardé, mais peut-être il n'était pas prévu qu'on fasse ce match. J'ai pas regardé. Bon, 21-14, ça va, c'est quand même une bataille disputée. Regardons un peu les stats. Ouais. J'ai pas fait trop de passes, mais les quelques fois où j'ai tenté.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.
Un objectif sur deux. Ouais. Je pense qu'on a été loin des 50%. Je crois qu'il y a une passe qu'on a réussi à faire, mais c'est tout. Ouais. Faut pas dire que les sourires soient trop présents dans les vestiaires. On va en profiter pour regarder si on peut améliorer des choses. Ça y est, donc on a des points. Donc on voit nos différentes statistiques. Je pense que travailler notre précision ne peut être qu'une très bonne chose. On passe à 87. Ouais, ça me semble plutôt bien. Semaine suivante, 4e semaine des Pré-Saison. Il me semble de mémoire, hein, mais je peux me tromper, qu'il y a 4 semaines. Bon, après on pourrait le voir dans les différentes progressions. Ça c'était notre premier match, le deuxième, le troisième. Bah 2 sur 1 c'est pas mal. Le programme. Saison week 1. Je pense qu'il n'y a que 4 semaines. Bon, on n'est pas encore au playoff. Chaque chose en son temps. Alors comme d'habitude, le programme de la semaine. Tiens, c'est marrant, il n'y a que de l'entraînement. D'ici que je joue pas le prochain match, on va le voir. Hein. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire post-vidéo sur les réseaux sociaux? On va voir. Ça va donner lieu à une petite cinématique. On va se reposer un peu. Alors, 0, d'accord, ok. Donc là, je pense qu'on commence la saison. On va regarder les Semaine laisse tout sur le terrain. Alors par contre, j'aimerais bien savoir quel a été le résultat du 4e match. Ouais, non, c'était une semaine de repos. Bon, les choses sérieuses vont commencer maintenant. Donc ça, c'est nos objectifs sur toute la saison. Hein. Faire 15 passes qui vont aboutir à un touchdown. Faire des passes avec une course d'accord. Ah, j'ai l'impression qu'on peut les moduler et que en fonction du résultat, la récompense sera meilleure. D'accord, sympa. Je trouve ça vachement bien, et même pendant le match, le fait d'avoir cette capacité de pas d'imposer, mais de choisir notre objectif, je trouve que c'est vraiment une bonne chose. Donc là, on va faire notre programme. Dancing Machine. Alors, vu que j'avais déjà fait un truc sur les réseaux sociaux qu'on n'a pas vu de vidéo, on va choisir autre chose. Ah, Eye in the Sky. Donc ça c'est la suite. Regarder un film avec l'assistant. Deuxième partie. Ça aussi c'est sympa, j'avais trouvé ça cool d'avoir. Et là qu'est-ce qu'il y a? On va dans un bar et on va prendre des vitamines, j'espère que c'est légal. C'est marrant, violet c'est peut-être... ça rapporte plus.
Oh boy! You see that?
Of course I did. I was one up there making the play.
Man, I love it. That's what we need out of you. You read your keys, you read it beautifully, and made the play.
I told you, I came here to be a playmaker. And it's a lot easier to do that when you've broken down the film.
That's what I like to hear. I know Coach Koué will be pleased too. He loves that you're in the film room all the time. That's a sign of commitment. So keep it up, all right?
I got you, Coach. I'm all in.
De petites récompenses. Alors, sur le papier, on est devant.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 1 of the
sympa
NFL
l'ortho.
on EA Sports.
Oh, comment il le pousse. Très réussi, hein, ces débuts de match, je trouve.
It's the Houston
En plus,
Texans
les animations sont un
taking
petit peu
on
différentes à
the
chaque fois.
Indianapolis Colts.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans.
Ça, c'est le coach adverse.
The Colts set to take over, and last year's starter, Carson Wentz, of course, he's in Washington now. So enter this man in his 5th season in the National Football League.
And this was a franchise that was looking to make a move at the quarterback position. Now, I'm not sure that this is going to wind up being a move that excites the fan base, though, because you're bringing in a guy who's been around a few years, but never really had any great deal of success where you say, here, take over the offense, and everyone loves it. It's a big risk, but they believe in their guy, and they're willing to give him a chance.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, we talk about the new man under center, and he comes into this game with an 8-5 record as a starter over his first 4 years in the NFL. But the difference now, this is the first time that he's been the opening week starter.
Well, you certainly talked about it. You alluded to it. He's shown flashes over the last 4 years. But that's really been it at this point, a very small sample size. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, throwing another 4 scores on the ground. It's certainly a limited body of work. But now, for at least one season, he's the man here. And it's the opportunity he's been waiting for.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Martin. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You talk more about this new quarterback, Charles. What are the challenges you see for him taking over as the Week 1 starter?
Partner, you bring up the challenges. Let's go with what we know already. He's produced in limited opportunities, and we've also seen that he has a flair for the big moments. 2 of his 8 wins, they came in prime-time games. On the flip side, getting to know the playbook, understanding his teammates, relating to them. Can he also make the most of his talents as the guy?
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Pareil, on va la jouer tout en profondeur.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, joli.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On arrive dans leur...
On 1st and 10, Martin. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ah, joli.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Là, on commence à voir l'embut adverse qui se rapproche.
To throw is Martin. On
Ouais,
1st
joli.
and 10. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight
Maintenant, c'est la ligne
plays.
adverse qui est l'objectif. Voilà, ça décale.
They'll run here with Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard
Pas sûr
from
qu'on
the
avance
6 to the
beaucoup.
5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
Allez, 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 allez.
He
Yes.
will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them.
J'ai eu un peu peur juste avant. Quand j'ai vu qu'il réussi à se décaler. 42, il l'attendait sur la gauche. Bon, bah, petite moisson de points. Maintenant, ils vont me transformer ça. On va monter à 7. Puis on va voir ce qui se passe.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut.
Oh, par contre, même défaut que dans les anciens Madden, je donne une direction sur la droite et mon putain de joueur part au milieu et limite il est accroché par le défenseur. Alors
how do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year?
Well, partners, you and I both know, and everyone else around the league, Manny was a popular head coaching candidate for this year. But he told all the teams, He was interested in remaining a coordinator for a bit so he can continue to grow in the job. As far as his offense this year, he's really optimistic about what they can do because he loves the talent on that side of the ball. And one other thing, Manny Kahuhe, a young, bright offensive mind.
J'espère qu'on va passer, sinon
when he's ready
on
to
risque
do
de
it.
prendre un point là-dessus. Dommage.
On third down,
Allez.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Martin on first down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Je l'ai fait mon objectif.
I am willing to bet that he got a
J'adorais le
monster
saut que j'ai
grin on his
fait.
face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
C'est vrai que de faire que tous nos gars aillent d'un côté, ça peut nous permettre de nous libérer un peu d'espace. Ouais, joli ça. Oh, c'est magnifique.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. You know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derek Carr for the last 4 years put him in the position he's in now as a starter.
He sure did, because he went on and on about how Derek Carr is the definition of a true professional, and how despite year in and year out noise surrounding Derek Carr about whether he was a Super Bowl caliber starting quarterback or not, Carr never wavered, showed up at work, tried to unite the team, make everyone better.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
C'était cool.
Kiki QT, 28 yards. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Ah, ça s'énervait à côté.
Touchdown pass and his first one as the acknowledged starter. We all know the effort he put into all of this, the patience he had waiting around for his spot. Now he's taking that opportunity, throwing his first touchdown pass of the season, and he hopes that's the first of many, many more.
C'est bien. On consolide notre avance.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Ça nous met la pression. Il fait qu'il soit revenu au score. Oh, j'ai eu peur. Hein. J'ai eu peur que le 58 ne le récupère pas.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Oh, yeah, that's a good throw right there. This is a big game for this man at quarterback. He's a QB1 to start the year for the first time in his career. And he's determined not to let this opportunity get away from him.
Un bel esquive. Et bon, après ils sont 3.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Martin. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete.
Il a neutralisé le 14 pour ça.
Inside the 30. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Le 51, il a bien sauté dessus. Hein.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll fine QT on the right side complete. And he's going to get a solid gain.
Je pense que...
9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Touchdown Colts. Michael Pittman from 17 yards out. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's the kind of throw that they're looking for
le coach
right
continue
there.
de gueuler.
That's a big reason why the management, the general manager, the head coach, they all believed in this guy going into the offseason and said to him, this is your time, this is your chance.
Waouh, on voit la main du 21, elle est pas
loin. And they'll all be walking around with big grins for the rest of the season.
Le coup d'avoir amélioré la précision de mes passes, c'était un très bon jeu. De toute façon, c'est l'une des choses les plus importantes pour un quarterback. C'est transformé. Allez, troisième carton. Ouais, je pense qu'on peut être... C'est vraiment sympa, en plus qu'on nous redonne des objectifs. On a réussi les nôtres. Alors attention, on est un peu acculé là.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone.
Ah, il l'a lâché. Il va se faire tamponner un peu dans le dos.
There's no way they can stop us.
On va essayer
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus.
Tu me laisses un peu trop d'espace, bah moi je file. Hein. Moi je file.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Ouais, je l'avais pas vu, il était tout seul. Enfin, en tout cas, il était gardé, mais le gars était derrière.
15 yards there for number 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive.
Il était là avec les mains et bon, il y a le 50 derrière, mais au moins, il y avait moins de risque de se faire chipper le ballon.
Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 49 yards rushing for him now at this point. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Oh le zébulon, oh le zébulon.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
On a fait déjà une partie de l'objectif.
Martin throwing on 1st down.
Oh là, je me suis fait...
Flushed out right.
Eh, on s'en est bien sorti, hein, parce que c'était mal barré. Mon Dieu que c'était mal barré.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Dommage, on n'a pas vu le premier contact. Voilà là. Oh, ils auraient pu nous montrer jusqu'au bout. C'était
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Ah, cette dehors.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
Oh, il a pas pu avancer.
Down near the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Martin on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On remonte à 22, mais ils ont une opportunité de réduire la marque.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a give to Taylor. He was brought down by Camus Bruget-Hill.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Oh là 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 là.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss, couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. Performant. On récupère, tant mieux. Il n'y a aucun schéma. Alors que je vais dans les paramètres manuels parce qu'il veut, en fait, il veut vraiment pas qu'on perde le ballon. Et puis on joue un peu la main. Ça passe. Oh là 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 là. À gauche, à droite, à gauche, à droite.
94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
Ah, le 42, il est resté bien campé sur sa position, il l'a tamponné au dernier.
Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
24-7, on maintient.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Martin sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him
On n'a pas
chances
marqué
to
notre
run
premier
it,
touchdown
and he's
encore.
earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Je me suis permis de le faire parce que parce qu'on avait de l'avance, parce qu'on était à 1 mètre de la ligne, mais c'était couillu. Je pense qu'on commence cette saison impeccablement.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Oh. Il reste 1 minute, ils peuvent peut-être faire quelque chose. Ouais. Et ils ont réussi, hein. Ils ont réussi. Par contre, on va pas avoir... on peut tenter. Quelque chose de long.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shot.
J'ai vu une opportunité, je l'ai...
Down at the 39. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Encore une fois, hein, le fait de... d'avoir les gens qui partent au loin, ça crée des ouvertures. Oh là là, moi je me dis le 28 me fait écran, il me protège. Ah bah l'autre il en avait rien à faire. Hein. Il m'a pas loupé. Ouais, bah c'est bien. Beau match. Même si encore une fois c'est un peu frustrant de ne pas pouvoir jouer toutes les actions et puis pas la défense. Bon, on est bien sorti.
And you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
Même si on prend
So for the Colts, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
sympa, un peu à l'image de FIFA.
Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
On peut revoir les comment ça s'appelle là, les meilleurs moments. C'est plutôt sympa. Bon, par contre, défensivement, je pense que face à une équipe un peu plus efficace, le match aurait été plus serré. Bon, je suis assez content, on a rempli pas mal d'objectifs en plus.
You're really gonna have to work hard to get this one. Keep fighting.
On a récupéré 2 points. Bon, là dans le vestiaire, ça devrait déjà être un peu plus souriant. Voilà, ça danse, quelques petits regards. C'est pas la soupe à la grimace. Alors, nos 2 points. Malheureusement, je ne peux pas continuer d'améliorer ma... Donc là, forcément, il y aura une question qui se pose, c'est... Est-ce qu'on améliore encore notre précision ou est-ce qu'on améliorera l'arrêt? Je pense améliorer encore ma précision parce que c'est important, mais après je pense que ça vaudra le coup de choper toutes les améliorations à 1. Mais je pense que là c'est vraiment la précision qui est important au niveau de notre rôle. Tiens, on a chopé une nouvelle habilité. Vraiment sympa leur système. Bien bah écoutez, on va s'arrêter là pour ce 2e épisode et cette saison qui commence plutôt bien. Bon par contre attention, hein, on l'a vu face aux pirates, hein, on a essuyé notre première défaite, mais d'un autre côté c'est une très grande équipe, donc ça veut dire qu'il va falloir qu'on continue à travailler, améliorer nos joueurs et notre jeu d'équipe pour pouvoir essayer de se qualifier pour les playoffs. Allez, suite au prochain épisode.
EA Sports, it's in the game.